that opinion and $5 will get you a Starbucks coffee. So
exactly.
No.
This is a second series Englehart. So this has a really small mint. Yeah, so this is a trade dollar. It's an 1877 trade dollar, but it's hiding a secret.
Hello, silver fans. This is T, and you're in the place to be for silver education, acquisition, entertainment. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. Join me on a little trip to the coin show where I'll speak to a rock star in the world of numismatics, coin collecting, and more. If you enjoy this kind of content, be sure to like and subscribe to see more. And find me on my Whatnot auction tonight, Saturday night.
Russ, how's it going, man?
It's going.
Yeah, and you just started telling me a little bit about the craziness that's happening lately. $2,600 gold.
Yeah, $2,600 gold. Silver finally breaking out past 30, 31. It's crazy. I'm getting hit on all sides with buying and selling. A lot of people selling, but a lot of people still wanting to get in at this level and buy. I think kind of the real interesting thing is, so gold hit over 2,600 on Friday, and I bought 5 ounces over the counter. That's all I bought.
Really?
Nobody came in and dumped huge amounts. So people are still, expecting this to run up. I don't know if it's going to. It's such a complicated situation. The Fed keeps doing stuff. We're all on a wait and see. I have a lot of people scared. I have a lot of people trying to buy more.
Yeah.
I have a lot of people getting out. So it's kind of a mixed bag, honestly.
Yeah.
But it's been interesting.
Well, my theory is that, $3,000 gold is like the new $20 silver.
Yeah.
And once you hit a certain threshold, it just stays there.
Yes.
But that opinion and $5 will get you a Starbucks coffee. So
exactly.
Nobody really knows where it's going to go.
No, and anybody that tells you that they do is either very willfully ignorant or very much a liar. Because, I can tell you that I've seen some trends. I can tell you what I think based on what I've seen might happen. I think now that we've cleared that 2,600, I have a hard time seeing it going much under that. We could get to maybe 25.75, but I think 26 is where it lives at. We're seeing a lot of different asset classes kind of be bought right now. BlackRock just hedged their bets with a lot of Bitcoin because they're scared of the falling U.S. dollar.
Yeah.
Central banks are still buying gold. China hasn't reported buying gold in like 18 months.
Yeah.
And I think that we're going to see them start buying more. So God only knows.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens.
I used to consider gold under 2,000 a bargain.
Yeah.
And that was my mental threshold was 2,000, and people were saying, oh, it'll never pass, or it might touch it and go back down, blah, blah, blah. But, it's not going to live over 2,000.
Yeah.
Now 3,000 is my new thing. Anything under 3,000, I try to pick it up if I can. And then who knows from there.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's not a bad strategy. I think what people have to realize is if you're going to get into this, especially in this market, is you're going to start cost averaging. Gold historically goes up, right? The dollar gets weaker. It just does. So people get worried, I can't buy at the top of the market. Well, yeah, you're buying at the top of the market, but what happens if the market goes, the perfect example I have is I had a guy that was buying $1.1 million worth of gold every other week from January to March of this year. He came in about 2 weeks ago and asked for all of his receipts. He looks at me and he grins and he goes, I made $900,000.
Wow.
Which is crazy, and I certainly don't expect you guys to go out and do that because it's a terrible strategy. Gold is a long-term hold, but he happened to get into it at the exact right time, and he got unbelievably lucky.
Yeah.
So, but he was, at that point, he was also, cost averaging. So his average cost was more like $2,100, even though he was buying at $2,000 to $2,200. So, you got to think about it like that more than anything.
You deal with some big fish up there, whales in
Yes.
downtown Chicago, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's not uncommon for us to have, multi-$100,000 days at the shop. I recently just bought, I had a guy come in and drop 2,000 silver dollars on me and about 2,000 ounces in Englehart silver bars.
Yeah.
I have guys.
You have one of those bars here, don't you?
I do. I actually have, this is a 100 ouncer, so it's kind of fun. This is a second series Engelhart. So this has a really small mintage. It's like under 250 pieces, if I remember. It's a gorgeous 100-ounce poured bar. I had two 25-ouncers walk in the shop of this same design that I got about $1,300 a piece for, so about a little over $50 an ounce.
Wow.
So people are still collecting Engelhart really, voraciously.
Yeah.
Even with $31 silver.
Man, that is cool. You
Super
better
fun
take
bar.
it back before I drop it on that case there. Trying to juggle the camera and that. What else is going on in the shop? How about numismatics?
Numismatics are good. We just bought a really, really nice collection from an old collector that we had actually helped assemble. It's a gorgeous typeset that we're going to get to launch on Monday. We just got stuff back from CAC because none of it had been cacked yet. So that's going to be a really gorgeous collection that's coming up. Numismatically is okay. A lot of people are kind of digging into the cupboards and seeing what they have.
Yeah.
So more what I'm seeing than anything is a lot of 90% silver dollars, things like that. Not a whole lot of big collections right this second. But it's okay. It's not the best it's been, but it's also not the worst.
Yeah. Have you seen Isaac's flowing hair dollar?
I've not. I'm gonna have to go take a look at that.
Oh man, it's a beauty.
Very cool. Numismatically is going, but not as much as I'd like. So.
How about here at the coin shop or coin show? Any dealer to dealer action today?
Not so much. It's been a little slow. I think the weather is going to work against us on this one because it's gorgeous out there, and
sure
it's
is.
the middle of September,
Yeah.
and we're not going to have it much longer. So not as much dealer to dealer right now. I've had a little bit, but not as much as I usually would expect. So
There's a gun show about
Yes.
half a mile from here. And I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of guys, after they're done with the gun show, they'll come over here.
yep, and I would bet also vice versa.
Yeah. So it's kind of a nice draw. All right, I was spying your cases and I found something like, oh wow, a trade dollar. Don't see those every day. But
Yeah.
there's even more to it than that.
Yeah, so this is a trade dollar. It's an 1877 trade dollar, but it's hiding a secret. It's actually a box dollar. So a box dollar is
man.
essentially a locket for men.
Sweet.
These were sold for like $5 or $10 back in the day, which is which is actually a pretty good amount of money in the 1890s.
Yeah, when you put it into perspective, yeah.
Yeah, they're also called opium dollars sometimes. They never really held opium. They were really for pictures of your sweetheart. It was a way for men to carry a picture of their sweetheart, not be effeminate and have a locket, essentially. But they're really cool. They're really fun. This one has a really good hinge on it, so it's actually a hidden hinge, and it just goes back down like that.
Yeah, let's see
And
the
then it's
other
done.
side. Man, that's cool.
Yeah, very fun.
Yeah, where'd you pick that one up? Just walking.
Came right over the counter.
Man, the cool stuff you guys deal with every day.
Every day.
All right, cool. Thanks, man.
Of course.
Hey, don't leave yet. I've got more video content for you to see. Check out either one of the videos below. I think you'll enjoy them.